What's good, everybody? So, this past Christmas holiday, we had the movie Violent Night that came out. And Violent Night was about Santa Claus who was going to deliver some gifts to a house. You had some mercenaries that broke into the house that was trying to rob these families, and Santa was the only one that can save them. And let me tell you this, I love the movie. This movie was entertaining. It was fun. It was action. It was good punchlines. You know, it was a great Christmas movie. It kind of had that Die Hard feeling, John McClane, but in this case, it was Santa McClane that was kicking ass and scratching names off his list. If you guys have not seen Violent Night, I recommend you check out Violent Night because it's a really good movie. So, with that being said, because of the success of Violent Night, that they are in the works to develop a sequel. Now, according to Yahoo, it says Violent Night 2 in the works with original creative team returning. In a recent interview with The Wrap, Violent Night director Tommy Warkola confirmed that he has started developing a sequel to the David Harbour led holiday action comedy. He also revealed that Violent Night 2 will once again be written by original scribes past Casey and Josh Miller, who previously worked together in the live action Sonic the Hedgehog movies. Wakola teased one of the ideas that they have for the potential sequel, revealing that they plan to explain the story about Harbour's Santa character. We have time to really crack the script and figure out a story, he said. And we have some ideas, me, Pat, and Josh, and the producers. We've been talking about where we want to take it and what we want to see. There is stuff we left on the floor, like the North Pole, Mrs. Claus, the elves. But story wise, I think we really have a really cool idea that expands on the world and the scope, but still keeping that tone that we love from the first one. Now, if you all have not seen Violent Night, you need to see Violent Night. This is a really good holiday movie that you will not be disappointed. Now, I'm going to give you my reasons why I say that Violent Night 2 is definitely going to happen. And before you go see Violent Night 2, whenever it comes out, you need to see Violent Night 1. One, this movie was a box office hit. The budget for this movie was $20 million, but they wound up making $76 million. That's just at the theaters. So that's not counting the streaming money and Blu-rays and all that and TV money and all those things. And not only that, this movie was a really good movie that I definitely will see this movie when it comes Christmas time. You know how they have like the Charlie Brown Christmas and Die Hard, which is another Christmas movie. Violent Night is gonna be on cable and on streaming service as the new Christmas movie. So that's definitely going to happen. It's definitely earned its place right there with the other Christmas movies. David Harbour as Santa Claus, he did a hell of a job. And if y'all don't know who David Harbour is, check out Stranger Things. He plays the sheriff. He does a really good job up in that. You know, hands down, as Santa Claus, he nailed that role. Especially when he had to kick ass and protect people. He took it to that level where it just kept you interested from beginning to end. That was not a dull moment. It was not a dull moment in the movie. And that being said, that it wasn't a dull moment in the first one, I can imagine what the second one is going to be like. Now, my only small little gripe about them making a sequel to this is that I hope that they come up with a really good story, because a lot of times we've seen so many times that when a movie comes out and is successful, and when they go into making a sequel, they have that sophomore sequel slump because the sequel doesn't add up to what the first one was. They go someplace that they don't need to be going. Fans get upset because they're like, okay, what the hell is this? What was all this for? It wasn't like the first one. They just totally lost me on this. So I'm hoping that they don't do that. You know, they say they got something worked up. They left some things on the floor, but I'm rooting for them to win. You know, and I hope that the second one is going to be right up there, or if not right up there, better than the first one. You know, I can see this becoming a really good franchise, you know, that gives people something to look forward to around the Christmas season. You know, you know how they did with Michael Jackson when he made Thriller, and every Halloween they released Thriller, and how everybody was excited because people were like, man, we don't see Thriller on a regular basis. We only see Thriller, on Halloween. And that's what I can see them possibly doing with Violent Night. That, they can make this a successful franchise that when it gets around to the holiday season, they release Violent Night or they release another Violent Night. So that's just my opinion about it. We just have to sit back and see, you know, and also about the Michael Jackson. Check out my video I did about the Michael Jackson biop that's coming out. It's a really good information up in there for you guys who are Michael Jackson fans like me about the Michael Jackson biop. But with that being said, you know, I'm excited about Violent Night 2. And if you haven't seen Violent Night, check out Violent Night. It is now available for streaming on Peacock. For those of y'all who don't have Peacock, go over there and check it out. It's a good film. You will not be disappointed. You know, you guys let me know how you feel about Violent Night. If you have seen Violent Night, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen Violent Night, check it out. Come back and let me know your thoughts about it and how do you feel about a sequel being in development. And until then, stay tuned.